What's good, YouTube? It is your girl J BK Syndicates. Yes, I know. I'm a bit late. A bitch been busy the past couple of days, so I was not able to put out my review on Sunday, but it's here now, and I will be back on schedule for this upcoming Sunday's review. But it's crazy, I've been busy, but I am back. We are back for another Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 21, Games of Chance. Let's get right into it, y'all. Today, we are starting with Taylor and Chance. Lord, let's get into it. So, we start off from the last time when Chance got to the house and was acting like a complete ass of himself. He comes, knocks the door, and Taylor comes out and everything, and he starts trying to have a little heart-to-heart with her. He starts telling this woman, "Oh, I'm sorry for everything that I did. I'm sorry for the things that I didn't do. I'm sorry that I wasn't there, wasn't doing everything that I should have done." And he's there, they're acting like he crying. Not a single tear came out of this man's eyes. This is why I don't like this man, because he's such a manipulator. He's fake crying to make it seem like he understands that he's sorry, and he just trying to break her down, everything. And thank you, God, that Taylor is not falling for the bullshit, and she's there looking at him talking about, "I gave you a lot of chances. I gave you some. I've been telling you for the longest now to get your act together, and now look where we at and everything, and you're here standing in front of me fake crying." He's like, "Wow, fake crying." She's like, "You're just standing in front of me fake crying and everything, and you should have been did this a long time ago. Like, now I don't want nothing to do with you." And he's just like, "I'm a lost cause. I'm a lost cause. I know that I haven't done everything I should have did and everything, but I still love you." Then this man decides, he asked this girl, "Can I get a hug? I don't know when you're ever going to see me again." I'm like, what? Don't give him no damn hug. Look at him. You see what he wearing now? He just came from work. He all sweaty. Probably still got all that asbestos and all that dirt and dust all over him still. Probably smells sweaty like a whole entire hog pen and shit. I'm not giving him no hug. And I'm glad that she didn't give him no goddamn hug neither. She looked at him crazy like, "What? A hug?" And then she says, "So, what are you going to do now?" And this man says, I guess I'm gonna go have fun." What? I'm gonna go have fun? Are you out your goddamn mind? You're just here begging this woman now to see that you made a mistake in everything, but you're sorry for what you did. And then all inside the same breath, you gonna tell this bitch, "Oh, I'm gonna go have fun." He said, "I'm gonna go have fun," and they said, I'm gonna go have fun and everything, because everyone is gonna have their, everyone's got what they want now, right? Everyone's now going to be able to have fun. And then he goes on the side of the house, and I said, "Ew. Ew, what was the purpose of you spitting like that? What was you trying to make it be like, oh, I'm done with you now," and spit? And like, it was nasty too. It was white too. Like, he ain't look like he didn't eat for a while. Like, only if you spit white like that, either you on drugs or you ain't eat for a while or something, because that was a hungry spit. Like, like disgusting.
Dirty bitch, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch.
Then I can't stand Chance. And then he walks off and shit, all like sad and shit, will walk off and everything. Annoying. Like, he's so goddamn annoying. Like, I'm so done with him. Like, but I'm going to continue watching because it's good TV to watch for me to freaking talk about it, because I hope that people in the future do never ever meet a Chance and stay with a man that's like Chance. Avoid him at all costs. Let's go skip forward to another scene with Taylor and Chance, where Taylor is with her children. They go outside the house. They are painting. They're just doing some painting and everything, and she sits the girls down and she tells them what's happening between her and Chance. She lets the girls know, "Hey, me and Chance, we broke up and we're not going to be together anymore. And the little girls, I think her 8-year-old and her 6-year-old, they're like, why are you and Chance breaking up? I like Chance. Her 13-year-old daughter, like, good, I don't like Chance at all. I think Chance is a horrible man for you. See, I'm telling you, it's always the kids in this show that have the most sense going on. And the fact that her daughter sees that Chance is not a good man for her and been knowing this for a long time, and the daughter is happy, like, Taylor needs to continue running with that and being like, you know what, my child doesn't like you. She doesn't want you around. She sees you for what you are. And that should be more motivation for her to keep Chance away. So while she's explaining to the girls, everything about her and Chance breaking up, this bitch ass motherfucker comes out of nowhere in a brand new white Escalade, rolling up all cool and shit to the house, and they're like, it's Chance. The girls run up to Chance get out the car and shit, all acting like he all swagged out, like he big papa, like he got big dick energy. Like, the fuck wrong with you? Walking up to her talking about, I miss you. This is the next scene. Like, I'm just skipping forward. This is another scene. He walks up to her, I miss you. She's like, what's this? He's like, and he says in the confessional that he had to sell his truck in order to get that white Escalade. And I'm like, this is a goddamn lie, because if we don't know, according to Amber a couple months ago, Chance ended up getting into a accident with that same red pickup truck that he said that he sold. So we know that's a goddamn lie. Either the production or TV bought that shit, or he rented it out real quick, or he got it from one of his friends or something. Because ain't no way that you're telling us, the audience, that you sold your truck, when people who follow this series, who've been following this series and following all the other blog and T channels on this shit, we know that you still have that truck. You still had that truck since January. You ended up crashing that shit into a whole entire 18-wheeler, almost killing the truck driver, and then doing a hit and run. You literally hit into a truck and then ran off and left your truck there. And then you ended up in jail. I don't even know if Chance is still in jail right now as we speak, but he's probably still in jail as we speak because of that incident that happened back in December. All right. So that right there, that's a goddamn lie. That he still has his truck. He's there telling her and everything in the confessional. This is one thing that really pissed me off about Chance, because it shows us what a narcissist and what a manipulator Chance is. This is what Chance says in his confessional.
I just want her to know that nobody is going to care for her and them kids like I do.
And I'm like, what? Excuse me? Taylor has friends. Taylor has her sister. She has her mom. She has all these other avenues of people that love her. So for him to say that in the confessional, and then he also said it again when he was in front of Taylor, that nobody is going to care for you as much. Nobody will ever care for you and those kids like I do. And I feel like this is something that he said to Taylor multiple times, that nobody else is going to love you but me, and nobody's ever going to take care of you and your kids like me, as a little mental thing that he's trying to put in her head, that only I will ever love you, and only I will ever deal with you and your kids. And it's very manipulative, and that's a very nasty projection that he puts onto Taylor. And you can see with Taylor when he first came to the door and he barged into the shit in last episode, acting like, oh, he was the man and everything, that he can do whatever the fuck he want. He has this mentality. When her friend was telling her to get a restraining order on Chance and everything, she was reluctant. She refused to do it. She was like, well, I don't want my kids feeling like I'm taking them away from their father, that I'm the reason why Chance is not coming around anymore, and this and that. Having that, we can see that she has that type of mentality of, well, Chance will be the only man that will love me and will deal with me and my kids type of mentality. That's the reason why she will not put a restraining order on him. And I don't like Chance. It shows me more why I should not like Chance and why you shouldn't like Chance, y'all, because this shit is wild. And he's there telling her all that shit in front of her face. She's looking at him, and he's just he answered, so what, like, if I get my shit together and I start, making money, income and everything, and I'm not talking to other girls and everything like that maybe, what then? Can we get back together? And she's like, I don't want to do this in front of the kids. I'm not going to keep you away from your kids, but right now I need time. And he's just like, okay. And then he swags off and shit like, yeah, bro, kind of getting somewhere. And he hops in the car and he drives the fuck off. And that is all of the scenes that we got with Taylor and Chance. Can't stand Chance. I like Taylor, but Taylor gives Stockholm syndrome, like battered wife, like type of energy. Like she's like stuck with an mentally abusive, emotionally abusive man that constantly tells her that nobody else will love you but me. No one will ever love your kids but me. You should be happy that I gave you a child, because no man probably will give you a child, because no other man is going to stay with you and stay long term with these kids. You see these 3 girls right here? I'm taking care of them. They're not even mine. I gave you another son and everything. And you should be happy about that, because I'm a man that's sticking around. So what if I do bullshit and I cheat on you and everything, and I talk to other women and all that, and I don't got a job, and I be drinking, and I go to the casino and I do all that bullshit? Bitch, you should be happy that you have someone that's still coming home to you at night, right? That's what Chance gives me, right? So yeah, we're going to continue on, see what else happens with Taylor and Chance. I can't stand them. Happy that they're not together right now as we speak. But this life after lockup shit, it will always end up pissing me off somewhere, and I have to remind myself, oh yeah, they're not together in real life. But it just should get me heated. So, y'all, let's continue on. We are now going on to our next couple, which is Melissa and Louie. Melissa and Louie, we are continuing on from, I think, the previous episode or 2 episodes ago, where they were still at the pizza shop eating and everything. And she asked Louie, hey, Louie, do you let's go buy a pregnancy test and everything, and let's see what's happening. He's like, oh, okay, we're not gonna wait until like you get at the nose thing, at the nose surgery place and everything to get that done. She's like, no, don't you want to know now instead of waiting later? He said, all right, cool. They get to the hotel and they have the pregnancy test, and she goes in to go, do the little thing, do her little testing. Then we get a confessional with her, of course, her dumbass telling us, oh, I'm nervous and everything because I don't want to be pregnant by the pizza boy. And I'm just like, oh God, like one moment when like I have an opportunity to like Melissa, she goes and does bullshit when she starts talking shit about Louie. Now she's calling him a pizza boy. Technically, yes, he is a pizza boy, but hey, he's making money, right? And he has a car, and you need him to drive you to get this nose surgery to get that big ass honker whacked off, right? So for her to now be talking, then when she's peeing on the stick and everything in the bathroom, she's like, oh, it was, at one point it would have been cool to be pregnant by Louie and when in high school, but now I don't know, now I'm nervous to be pregnant by adult Louie. I'm like, damn, like she talks shit about Louie to his face, like Louie ain't shit, like damn, like the man is out here trying. So skipping forward and everything to the next scene with Melissa and Louie, they are now reading the stick. It comes back negative. Thank you, God, because the thing that upsets me most with Melissa is she's not even focused on what if she is pregnant and everything, and now she has to figure out all the different things about having to take care of child. She just moved to a new home. Louie's here. He got to find a job and everything, and now having to do different steps now on becoming a future parent. That's not what she's thinking of. Only thing that's on this bitch mind is, oh my God, if I'm pregnant, I'm not gonna be able to get my nose did. Fuck. And that's basically it. Like, that's all she cares about is getting her nose did. She's not caring about, the type of support and the amount of like prenatal care and everything that she has to get taken care of now because she might be pregnant. She'll have to change up her diet. She'll have to change up everything. She's not thinking about that. All she's thinking about is that damn goddamn surgery to get that big ass honker changed. Like, come on now. And Louie's just scared in general about being a father in general. That's what Louie's thinking about. He's not even thinking about her surgery. He's like, oh shit, I don't want to be a father. And then I'm 60 something years old. My child just turned 18 and all that. Like, I'm going to be spending most of my life doing that. And that's what Louie's thinking about. After they figure out that she's not pregnant and everything, she needs Louie to help take off her nails because I guess she's not allowed to have nails on and everything when they're doing surgery on her nose. I don't know. Like, that's something new to me that I've never heard of. But Louie's helping her, you know, soak off her nails. And that's when finally we get a little glimpse, a little goodness, a little kind-heartedness in Melissa. Melissa is telling Louie that she apologizes for being so hard on him. And he's looking at her and I'm looking at her like, oh God. I'm like, did hell freeze over? Like, did hell freeze over? I had to look outside and make sure that pigs wasn't flying in the sky and shit and all that. And that there wasn't, you know, and I had to check. I had to make sure that we was in 2024 and not 2042 because I was like, whoa, this is a new change this is a character switch from Melissa. She says, oh yeah, I'm sorry for like being so hard on you and everything. And I never took into consideration how hard this is on you and you having doors shut in your face because of your past. And you have to continue bearing a smile and having to continue, you know, pushing forward with the thought of not being accepted and being rejected all the time. And I didn't really think in consideration your feelings of you trying to look for a job and everything going wrong and having to understand that because of your situation you have to get out. It's going to be harder for you to find the job that you really deserve. And me and Louie was looking like, oh my God. And Louie was like, wow, thank you. And she was like, yeah, like she said, sometimes she's like, I feel like I haven't been a good girlfriend to you. And I was like, yep, you have not, bitch. You definitely have not been a good girlfriend. You've been the worst. I've been telling Louie to run now since we were introduced to Louie. Been telling Louie to get the GTFO, get the fuck on. Like, take your ass and run somewhere else because she has not been a good girlfriend. So it's like now, like, I don't know if the little pregnancy scare, like, snapped this bitch into reality and she didn't, like, came to her senses and was like, oh shit, like, I have to understand now. Like, this is what we all have been trying to, like, put in this bitch mind, that Louie is an ex-felon who used to do drugs. He's an ex-drug addict. People see that. Employers see that. They're going to be taking that into consideration. Do they want to take a risk? Because every time they see Louie, it's a risk. They don't know Louie personally like you do. So they're not going to immediately like want to give him a job because they're going to think, oh, he might try and rob my register. He might try to rob my customers. He might try to steal from me. He might end up doing drugs in my establishment. They have to think about shit like that. So now all of a sudden now she's like, her mind just said, phew, and now she's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't be so hard on you. And I'm going to like lessen the stress on you. And that was a really good scene. That is the only time we actually see her have some humility for Louie. Let's skip forward to the next scene. Her and Louie are now at the surgery place. She has off all her makeup, which is, oh, whoa. I had to say something like, Melissa's lips, yo, them shits is wild. That is a wild looking lip I've ever seen. And you can tell that that she's been getting lip injections. You can see like the needle where the needle goes in and everything. So she gets that shit. You can tell that she gets lip injections so much the bitch has a permanent scar, has a permanent needle scar on her goddamn lips from when they inject it. Like, and it looks crazy. It looks like there's jello in her lips. Like, they look inflamed. They just look like she's trying too hard to make her lips big. And it's like, bitch, you need to stop that too. because you can't go and get surgery on your nose, because next you're going to want to get lip surgery, then probably chin surgery and all types of, and then get eyebrow and get a lift and all that type of bullshit. Because once you start with the nose, then she's going to see something with the lips, because clearly she sees something wrong with her lips too. That's why she's getting lip injections. But that is a crazy ass looking lip. That shit look fat. That shit look like someone punched her in it and then it's healing. That's what that shit looked like. But getting back onto the scene, she's waiting and everything. Louie and everything gives her a kiss. They're like, all right, it's time for you to go in. And she walks in and gets this, and she goes in and get the surgery. 3 hours later, she's done with the surgery. The doctor tells her, you know, it's going to burn for a bit. It's going to hurt for a while and everything. But just let Louie take care of you and all that. And you should be good in like a few weeks. And then you could come back and we can take the bandages off. Her and Louie get into the car. And that's when we went from liking her real quick, today she went right back to full bitch mode. And Louie, listen, let me tell you something. They're in New York City. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. It is nothing. The city out there, the streets have potholes everywhere. The concrete is fucked up out there. So she's complaining. Louie starts driving and he's hitting, you know, he's driving, and you know, they're riding through potholes and all types of shit. The streets is fucked up. You live in Jersey. You've been in New York before. You should know how New York is. The streets is never, they're always trying to fix the streets out there. And he's driving and she's like, oh my God, like, stop driving so crazy. Like, oh fuck, like, how are you driving? And Louie's getting frustrated that a motherfucker. He is so mad at this bitch, but he's trying so hard not to take it out of her because he knows that she's still loopy and she's out of it, and it makes no sense for me to be screaming at the bitch that just got surgery. So she's just like, I want water. Louie gives her some water. This shit is fucking hot. Like, he's serious? He's like, that's the only water that we got in there. Okay, and she's just like, like, I can't wait to get home. Next scene, we skip forward. They get to the house and everything, and Louie's trying to help her up the stairs. She get her in the bed. She says, take my slippers off. He's trying to help her. He's struggling a little bit to take her slippers off. She's like, finally. And she has like this little neck pillow thing that is supposed to keep her head elevated and everything for the nose so that the blood is not going down. Louie asked her a simple question because Louie didn't know where it went. He said, is this for your back? She says, it's for my neck, Louie. What the fuck? And he's just like, okay, like, I didn't know. Like, she's just like, hurry up and put it on my neck. She's just like, oh my God. Louie's just like, Louie's just like, oh my God, like, please, like, is there anything else that you need? Do you need water, something to eat, anything? She's just like, no, I'm just about to go to sleep. Then she tells the producers, I have a better chance of taking care of my goddamn self than having him take care of me. Louie tells the producers, as the quicker that this bitch go to sleep, the quicker there will be peace. And I'm like, amen to that. Like, damn, bitch, like, clearly, like, I don't know, like, the pregnancy scare made that bitch have a slice of humble pie. So then soon as she got that surgery and everything, she went right back to the original Melissa. That is the true Melissa that we always see. Just fucking nasty.
Suck my dick so good, I'm like, goddamn, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch. Oh, you never even heard of this.
Speak to him crazy, like always expecting some bullshit. Like, it always expect some bullshit from Melissa. I don't ever expect Melissa to ever treat Louie in a nice manner. She has little glimpses. That's what she gives. She gives like little like glimpses of her being nice to Louie every once in a while. But in main whole, that girl is a whole bitch, okay? That is all the scenes that we have with... Actually, no. That is not all the scenes that we have. This is the last scene that we have with Melissa and Louie. Melissa, then after a couple days, or maybe, well, a week, after a couple weeks, she's on her way back to the nose doctor to get the bandages taken off. She goes there, they take the bandages off, then we skip to Louie walking on the beach, and he's surprising Melissa with a little, I guess, welcome new nose part of picnic type of thing. He lays a sheet on the sand. He has a couple bottles, a little pint bottles of wine, and he's just waiting on Melissa to get there. Then he gets a call from his mom, Donna, and he's telling her that Melissa finally got the bandages taken off. And you know, Donna's talking a little shit like she should have been happy with her old nose. But I hope that she's happy and everything, that she likes it, all that. And then that's when Melissa pops up on the beach. And this is where I thought they was gonna let us see the nose right then and there, but this is Wii TV. They have to milk it. So he hangs up the phone with his mom, and she gets in front of him, and he says, "All right, let me see." And then that's when the scene goes off, and then we have to wait till next week to see Melissa's new nose, and then that is all of the scenes that we have with Melissa and Louie. I think with each couple, there is one couple that makes me I end up disliking. I don't like Melissa. I like Louie. The same way how I don't like Chance, I like Taylor. I just feel like I feel like Louie and Taylor are in a relationship where the people that they're with are emotionally and mentally abusive and not there for them, and literally talks to them crazy and makes them feel like makes them feel like shit all the time. I don't get it. Like, and they want to stay with these people. He wants to even Louie said that he wants to find a good job so that he can make Melissa happy. And that shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be about making Melissa happy. It should be making yourself happy and you getting the job that you want. Yes, you need to get a job that pays you well, but you also need to get a job that makes you happy, that every time you wake up in the morning and go there, you're happy. You're like, oh, I'm ready to go work, and you enjoy your job. That's the main thing that's going on in this world, is that a lot of people don't go to jobs that they hate, and they stay there and they're miserable, and that job ages them tremendously. They start aging because they're just so stressed out from their job and they hate the job. So I hope that Louie gets a job that makes him happy so that he is content with himself, because it feels like he's just doing all this so that he can shut Melissa the fuck up. Okay, y'all. Let's go into the next couple. This couple, when I first started doing my series, these reviews, I didn't want to do anything. I thought that these two were a really boring couple, but this shit been picking up, baby. This shit been picking up. Lindsay and Blain, this shit been getting good with them. I love it. I've been waiting for the next episode to come out. Lindsay, so the scene starts with Lindsay out from the last episode. Lindsay out in the wedding dress in front of the wedding shop, right? So she is calling Blain. She gets no answer. She leaves him a voicemail. She basically says, Blain, I can't believe you said all that shit about me. Get your ass home now. Come home now. I want you home now.
Hello?
Where the fuck are you?
Oh, I'm at my friend's house right now.
Get your ass home now!
Okay, I'm coming home right now.
And then she walks back in to the wedding shop place with her friend, and she's telling her friend, like, I can't, because her mom and her daughter are gone now, and I think the mom is basically going to be there, going to take care of the daughter and watch her for a little bit while she handles this shit with Blain. And she's telling her homegirl, like, I can't believe Blain would tell my daughter all that shit, and my mother, and you all this shit. And this friend is just looking like, oh, it's about to be turned. And Lindsay is just looking, and she's like, and the friend says, so you gonna talk to? She said, oh yeah, we gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to Blain as soon as I see him. And she goes get dressed, hops in her car, drives to the house to wait on Blain. Then that is when we skip forward to the next scene, when Lindsay's outside the house waiting on Blain. Blain is then pulling up in his truck, and he has a four-wheeler. He has an ATV in the back dragging behind. So he gets out the car and everything, and she's just like, we need to talk. And she's like, what's that? He's like, it's an ATV that I got for my son. And she's just like, what? She said, I'm at the wedding, at the bridal's place, buying a wedding dress, and you're spending money on an ATV, but you can't even buy me a ring. She's asking, how much did you spend on it? Blain says, I spent $800 on it. I said, ooh. I said, $800, but then I went and checked. ATVs are like $1,200 or so dollars, okay? So Blaine kind of got like a good deal for that. $800 for a fully functioning ATV, because I went and checked and see how much ATVs cost, and most ATVs out here, most ATVs will run you up to five G's. Not even 5 G's. Hold on, like a real ATV. Like the cheapest one that you could probably get ATV is on Amazon, and I found one for like $800. But like a real ATV, like one that he had right there, that's like a good $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 right there that you spending, and he only spent $800 on it. So I was like, okay, that was a good deal. Now it's kind of dumb, but yes, at this one point I had to agree with Lindsay. Like, you're telling her that you need the money, that you need money to buy her a ring and everything, and that you want to make sure things is right, but you're spending $800 on an ATV, right? So it kind of like Blaine is contradicting himself, and I was like, damn, Blaine, because I want to be on Blaine's side so bad because I don't like Lindsay, and I was just like, damn, Blaine, Lindsay was able to pick apart that shit instantly and was able to like Lindsay picked it apart so well and got him that literally you should see Blaine's face, which after she was like telling him that it was wrong of him to buy that shit for the son, Blaine's face is all screwed up. He's about to look like he's about to cry and shit, and the nigga then ends up having a full hissy fit. He starts melting down, like, yo, for real. He literally just starts screaming. He out of nowhere, he says, fuck what you think. I want to buy my son something. You always buy your daughter something, no matter what. No matter what the cost and the price, you buy your daughter everything that she wants. So I want to buy my son something for once, and now you telling me what to do. Fuck that. And I'm just like, okay, Blaine, put your foot. Yeah, Blaine. Yeah, tell that bitch, man. You tell that bitch, Blaine. And I was like, yeah, Blaine, go off. Blaine was going off on her. Like, he was so mad at this bitch and everything. And if that is the case, that if Lindsay is constantly buying her daughter everything that she wants, no matter the price, and she's giving her whatever she wants, and then she tells Blaine, I spent $200 on that chain and everything, all for that, but you're now upset with Blaine for spending money for something for his son, it kind of shows that that's a bit selfish, that I can buy what I want for my child, but you can't buy what you want for your child because I said so, right? That's kind of fucking selfish to me, and that gives me more reason not to like Lindsay, because honestly, seeing Blaine act like this is showing me that Blaine is, for some reason, I believe Blaine when Blaine is like going off on her and telling her that she like is always getting what she wants. She's always doing what she wants to fucking do, and she doesn't, and she never runs it by him or nothing like that. For some reason, I believe Blaine that Lindsay gives off, I can do what the fuck I want. You can't do what the fuck you want, and that's that. And she then runs into the house, and then she tells Blaine that this is another thing I forgot to tell y'all. She went, and when she was at the wedding dress shop, she called the PO and snitched to the PO and told her parole officer that Blaine got a medical marijuana card, and can he stay in the house? The parole officer says no, he has to move out immediately because it could violate her parole. And I was just like, oh, I see what the fuck you doing, Lindsay, because you didn't have to say shit. Blaine could smoke that marijuana or do whatever he wants with that marijuana outside the home. He doesn't have to bring it inside the house. He can leave it in his truck, whatever. Or he can smoke it off premises. But she did that for a reason, as a way to have leverage over Blaine, okay? Because since she saw that Blaine was talking shit to her and everything, now she feels like she's losing control of the situation, and that she's losing her foot on Blaine's neck. So she needed to have some type of leverage to hold on Blaine so that she can put Blaine back in check and put him back in line, all right? because she doesn't want him to have the medical marijuana. So now she has a full-blown reason now to either kick him out the house or make him completely give up the medical marijuana. License altogether, right? That's what I'm getting from her. I want the whole power and control. So now, if you don't get rid of that medical marijuana, you can't live here. You have to find somewhere else to go. So what is it you want to do? Either you want to play by my rules, or you want to, or is the highway, my way or the highway. So either it, and that's exactly what I'm getting. So she told Blain that the PO says that he has to get the fuck out the house, or else. And he said, why would you even tell him? She said, because I'm worried about my parole. I'm worried about me. As usual, she's literally letting him know, and like she's like telling him, like she only cares about herself. He says, how can I fix it? She tells, then that's when she drops the bombshell on Blain and tells Blain, my daughter don't even like, doesn't even want me and you together. She doesn't even like you. And yo, the look on Blain's face, that was hurt. Like, Blain was deeply hurt, because you can tell that Blain is just like, everything around Blain is crumbling. He's being told that he can't stay, that he has to get out now because he has medical marijuana. He's telling her that he's depressed. She doesn't give a fuck. He literally tries to tell her that, I can't talk to you about my feelings. I can't tell you about how I feel about shit because you dismiss them. It's hard talking to you about shit because you act like that. So I'm stuck. And now you're telling me I have to get out. And now you're telling me that your daughter doesn't even like me and you together. And Blain just completely snaps. He starts getting all his shit. He grabs his shit, puts it in the truck. He starts grabbing his clothes, putting them in garbage bags, puts them in the truck. Walks past Lindsay. He says, you don't fucking love me. You the fucking enemy. She walks in like, enemy? She said, you talking to my daughter about me. She said, what did I ever do to you for you to treat me this way? And Blain walked past and he gives her this look. I'm like, oh, yo, the looks Blain was giving this bitch throughout these scenes. Yo, I would have thought that Blain would have hauled up and smacked the shit out of Lindsay. Like, he looked like he wanted to smack the shit out of Lindsay and everything. He wanted to choke the dog shit out of Lindsay. And he looks at her and he just said, she said, what is it? What did I ever do to you? And he says, how about you leaving and running off with a married man?
What have I done to you that was that level?
How about you running off with a married man?
And he walked the fuck out, and he left Lindsay flipping that dry ass hair stunned. He left me stunned. He left Lindsay stunned, and that was the end. And that is all of the scenes that we got with Lindsay and Blain. Man, that shit was so good, son. Cause we finally saw Blain stand the fuck up to Lindsay. I've been waiting for this man to finally express to this bitch exactly, cause explaining to this bitch in a calm manner and explaining to her that I'm depressed, I'm going through a lot, you're this and that, and she's like, I don't care, you shouldn't be smoking any marijuana. It's bullshit. So seeing Blain finally just fucking let go and finally take it off and set it off in this motherfucker and just take down fucking Lindsay and leave that bitch speechless. I'm like, finally the bitch don't got nothing to say. And I'm like, oh bitch, it must be fucking true that you left them for a married man and ran off with a married man, because we don't see, because the scene ended abruptly. So I don't know if we're going to see more of this interaction about this situation for next episode, but I am looking forward for Lindsay and Blain's scenes to come up. When Lindsay and Blain come up on the scene, I'm going to be clapping like, yes, let's get into it. I'm going to be tuned in because I was locked in. I'm telling you, baby, I was locked in for these scenes. Every single time I saw their little scene come up, I was like, yes, let's go. All right, y'all. Now, let's skip on. We are now going on to our second to last couple, which is Justine and Michael. I'm telling y'all, Justine and Michael, they are now have become my most annoying couple. And it is so because I already told you that the whole entire thing with Michael basically abandoning his kids to go to Las Vegas to try and become a successful rapper and everything, Montana Mills and shit, like that shit, like hang it up, boy. Like you need to go and become Montana Mills daddy. Okay, so we are in the scene. Justine and Michael, they're in the car. They are coming back from Justine's doctor's appointment to check on the baby. They call Michael's mom and she's asking what's going on and everything. And they lied to her. So this is another thing. They lied to the mom. Well, they basically they lied to the mom and tell her that everything is alright when they know everything is not. And this is just, they're both liars. Okay, both of them are liars. Michael's a liar and Justine is a liar, because they could have just told we want to tell everyone in person type shit is really getting annoying. People should have a upfront knowledge of what's going on, so that when you do come and tell them the rest of the information and everything, you break it down and give them the full details, they are already prepared for what else to come. But for you to blindside the mom, Michael's mom, like that, and have her sitting there and all that, completely shocked about what the hell about this, what y'all about to tell him is crazy. So they get off the phone with her while they're in the car, and he says, "How you think she's gonna feel when she realize when we do tell her that everything is not okay?" Apparently, what's going on with Justine and her baby is Justine has not gained a lot of weight since being pregnant, and it seems like because she hasn't gained all the weight, the baby is too big in her stomach. Because she's so small, the baby is basically smashed in her womb. So the baby is literally not able to move around in Justine's womb, because Justine hasn't gained any weight for her belly to expand and basically have the baby be able to move comfortably in her womb. So they're very worried, because now they feel like the baby's probably not going to get enough oxygen. The baby might come out, something might come out, and the baby might be fucked up or something, because it's not able to like have enough movement. They get into the house and they explain to all the family what's going on. Justine's daughter is devastated, and she's crying because she's very worried that something might happen to her mother, which is like a good general concern that a child should have about their parent, especially their mom, and they're hearing that their mother, it might have some complications with the baby. And anything is possible out here, because there's a lot of women that do end up being unalived during childbirth. And so there's a lot of worry. But I'm just like, this whole entire family is just a stressful ass family. We move forward into another scene. Justine is laying down. She's not feeling good at all. She feels sick. She feels very, very tired. She feels very drained. And the mother and Michael asked her, how many times have the baby moved in an hour? She said maybe twice. And they're like, whoa, that's a bit concerning. And finally, Michael's mother has to be the one to step in and be like, okay, we got to get her to the hospital. And that's when they start getting her prepared to go to the hospital. Michael lets the kids know that they're taking Justine to the hospital, and then they drive off and they bring her to the hospital. Then another scene happens. She's in the hospital bed, and the nurse is letting her know about all of the complications and everything about having a child, and all of the risks and factors and everything from childbirth. Don't know why the nurse is scaring the fuck out this woman like that. Like, I don't think that's what I would want to hear as a mother about to give birth. And I'm hearing, well, there's a potential you will possibly die from having this baby, or the baby might come out, or we have to worry about the umbilical cord around the neck, or the baby not moving when we first get it out, out, or the C-section going wrong, or us nicking something. And I don't want to hear that. I want to hear, oh, when we get this baby out, we're going to do everything to make sure that your baby's breathing. Thank you. That's all I need to hear. I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear that I could potentially die. But I get it. It's hospital standards and policy to make sure that we know all the complications and everything and all that. And it's not like, you know, what are you going to do? Tell me the policies and everything and the complications and then ask me, do you want to proceed? Hell yeah, come get this baby out. Come cut this baby the fuck on out. Okay, thank you. So then we move into another scene, and Justine finally has the baby. And the baby's name is Manhattan Barbie. Manhattan Barbie. Don't know why she named the baby Manhattan Barbie. Don't know. I'm not going to talk about a baby's name, but the baby's name is Manhattan Barbie. So after Justine has the baby and everything, her and Michael, they are looking after the baby. They're spending some time with the baby. And then after 3 days later, they allow her to go and take the baby back home. But as soon as they get home, everyone, all of the family is surrounding the baby, wanting to touch her, wanting to play with her. She tells everyone, look, she's brand new. Do not kiss on my baby. Do not touch on my baby. Do wash your hands if you're going to touch her. Do not kiss her in the mouth. Do not kiss her in the face. Don't even breathe on her or anything if you got so much of a fucking cough. Okay? You ain't getting my baby sick and putting her back in the fucking hospital because I just got her. Okay? So Justine's mom helps her up the stairs and tells her she needs to rest and everything, and she needs to take a sleep. Michael is outside with his mom, and then his mom, of course, his mama, that wicked ass mama of his, tells him, oh, I brought the DNA test. Laughing, all like evil laughing and shit. And Michael's like, you need to get that shit out the house, because if she sees that, that's just really just gonna cause problems. And you talking about you want to come and move to Vegas and everything with us so you can help take care of the kids, and that's not going to be a good way. If Justine sees that you have a DNA test that you're about to do on Manhattan, and the mother runs her ass up the stairs, I think that she's gonna give that baby that DNA test. Also, when she goes and gets the DNA test, why did the camera all of a sudden pan into her touching on the DNA test? Like, oh shit, like it looks like she about to go give that baby the DNA test right now, like on some bait and switch thing. But I feel in my heart that Michael's mom for sure went and did that DNA test on that baby. She can't. She's done it on every single one of his kids. Do you think that she's going to stop now? Hell nah. She's going to do a test on that baby. She's going to sneak. She's going to shove that little swab in that baby mouth, and she's going to act like nothing happened, and then she's going to wait for the results. Guarantee you. So that is all of the scenes that we have with Michael and Justine. I'm waiting to see what else is going to happen, because mainly the only thing left now with Michael and Justine's story is them waiting on him to get his form sheet from Las Vegas, his approval, and then they're off to Vegas. And then I think that's basically it for them. They had the baby already, and that's it. That's all of the storyline that they really have now, is him being stuck in Pennsylvania waiting on his release form. So finally, this is the final couple that we have for this episode, and it is Sean and Sarah. Mr. Who from Whoville. Mr. Who and Mr. Augustus Who and Sarah, they are packing up the house. Apparently, they are not able to pay for their lease anymore, and they have to get the fuck on out that house and be gone. Sarah, however, she's live streaming on something. I don't know what type of live streaming platform that bitch was on, but it did look like a real live stream. It looked like fake WeTV. They said, bitch, just turn on the camera, turn on your phone camera and record something and just talk and everything, and we'll try to act like it's you being on live. Because what live is this bitch on? Bitch, are you on POF? Are you on Meet Me? Are you on Tag? Are you on Twitch? Are you on Instagram Live? Like, what type of live are you on, girl? Because I don't know what live that shit was. So as they're packing up and all that, Sarah lets us know in the confessional that her uncle has a property that he was going to give them for $40,000. They just have to rebuild everything from scratch on everything, and they took it. So that is going to be the new place that they're going to be living. So they are now exiting the house, and then they hop into the car. Sean hops into his towing truck. Sarah hops into the little van that they got, and they're on their way. Next scene, we get to Sean and Sarah. They're pulling up to the new property, and yo, I will tell you, this new property, that shit was bust down. That shit was burnt. It was completely unlivable. So basically, they bought a property to knock down this house and build a whole entire new house from scratch. They have some trailers over there onto the side where they can live. But Sean is completely like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I've never lived in a trailer. I've never even thought about doing trailer, RVing. I never done this. And now we have to figure out what to do. And Sarah's like, do you have anything else to do? Do you have anything else in mind that we can find? He's like, no. She said, all right then. So we have to make the best of it. This is going to save us a lot of money so that when we get enough money, then we can get the place that we really want. Okay? So yeah, it looks like either they're going to build a new house from there, or they're just going to save up and live in that little trailer home across from the house until they get enough money to buy a new home. She then tells, because this is one thing that me and my girl accidentally skipped on the first time I watched it. We thought that Sean was calling his ex to let them know what happened, but actually Sarah told Sean to call his ex-wife to let her know the new situation that's going on, and that she has to wait for more money. So Sean calls his ex-wife and he tells her, hey, just letting you know I'm a full RVer now. She's like, what the fuck you talking about? He says, well, we had to give up our home because we couldn't afford the lease. So now we are living in a trailer home to save money until we can find a new place to stay. And she's like, and the ex-wife is just like, so you're gonna be trailer doing it. I've been asking you for months for money for the kids, and you're gonna take all your money and buy a new property and everything. She's just like, I can't believe you would do some shit like that. And of course, dumbass Sean is just like, no, I'm going to be saving money now and everything, so I can't give you money for the kids and all that. Mind you, that's not what Sarah said. Sarah didn't say that to you. Sarah didn't say that. She said call the wife to let her know that she can, that right now, any money that she thinks is going to be coming for the kids is not going to be coming. And he's just like, I'm going to be able to save more money so I can do that and everything. And the wife's just like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. I'm done with this. And she hangs up on fucking Sean. Okay? And after that, next scene, her and Sean and Sarah's family, some of Sarah's people are around having a little campfire and everything, doing s'mores and all that. And yeah, that is all of the scenes that we have with Sean and Sarah. Very, very brief. It was only like 2 brief scenes, like not even like a minute, like maybe not even like 2-3 minutes long. And you know, I don't know, Sean, Mr. Augustus Who, he just really seems like he doesn't have a lot of sense. He doesn't seem like he knows what to do when he gets pressure. When pressure gets put on him, especially when his wife or his ex-wife puts pressure on him, he folds and crumbles and just like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Instead of like putting his foot down and being like, this is what's going to happen. You have to wait and this and that. So I need to see more scenes. Last season we had a shit ton of scenes with Sean and Sarah. Now we barely get like 2 with them. And they literally put Sean and Sarah, like they were like the last couple that they introduced us to when we were like 4 or 5 episodes in already. So it's like now, like it feels like we're trying to like speed through their storyline, and like it doesn't seem like they really have a storyline that can go forward into another season. It's just like Sean just bought a new truck. Sean just bought a new tow truck for a business. Now they're struggling with money. Sean's ex-wife is asking him for money for his kids, and his wife is telling him no. That's the storyline. Okay? All right, y'all. I do appreciate we've been here for long enough. Do appreciate all you guys that have been tuning in and commenting. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back for another Love After Lockup review, and I will be coming out with Love is Blind Season 6 reviews soon. That's coming out too. I am going to be putting more content on this channel. It is coming. Thank you guys. Peace.
Big thing, small thing, I winding up on all thing. Short thing, tall thing, I winding up on all thing, and it's ting.